Don't know where to really even start with that one. It was kind of a wild one. But what do you think this team is learning about winning on the road?
It's definitely tougher. Yeah, I think didn't feel much physicality or resistance on defense. And they're obviously a very talented team, but I thought we could have done a better job of just making them work for some stuff. And I think we picked it up there in the second and the fourth quarter, and it was a big difference.
I think you guys might have set the club record for three-pointers in a game tonight. Did you figure that's just a matter of time with the way the game's going and people are getting up a ton of them now and that sort of thing?
We shot it well. Sacramento does a great job of packing the paint, showing heavy shifts, rotating. And so, we did feel if we spaced the right way and moved the ball, we'd be able to have some inside-out rhythm threes. I think we had 8 points in the paint in the first half, though, so there needs to be a balance. I thought we did a better job in the second half, getting to the free throw line, being aggressive. And again, it's those bang-bang plays where you're putting the onus on the defender and the ref to be able to see that stuff and have to stop you at the same time. And I thought we did a much better job of that in the second half.
What are your thoughts about the way this team has sort of progressed in these clutch games? You were 13-28 last year in clutch games, 5-3 now.
Yeah, I think, I think there's a growth that happens, a maturation just naturally. And so some of these guys, you start to see patterns over and over again. You get in the same situation. Hopefully, whether you learn from the past or you just gain confidence in that situation again. Obviously, Chris and Harrison have a lot of experience that helps, but I think you are seeing the younger guys just be a little decisive and confident, And I think a lot of times that's where young players can get themselves in trouble when they start second-guessing themselves.
You've been around DeMar DeRozan, coached him. What are you thinking when he's going for like 10 in a row down the stretch there?
I said this in one of the huddles to the staff where he is one of those players where it doesn't feel good, but if you start overreacting to everything he does, the floodgates can open. And he got into a couple of those roles a few times where shot. But if you looked at the individual play, it was probably pretty good defense, and if it was at least a contest on it, we're not going to beat them 12-10. So I think stops when you need them is important. But he's a heck of a player.
You know anything about Trey at this point?
I know he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I thought Trey, Devin, and Keldon, all three of those guys gave us great minutes off the bench, and I've been on those three just because as long as they've been here. I think sometimes they've been a little sluggish when they've started to get together. And there's circumstance. Obviously, those guys have been in and out the lineup, but I thought those three guys tonight flipped the game for us and kind of picked up the starters, and it was good to see.
Are you kind of bracing to have to be without Trey for a little while, just by the way it looked?
I have no idea. Maybe it looked like his shoulder, but I haven't seen the play. I haven't heard of anything. So hopefully he can, be back soon.
And I guess we've been doing this now for 3.5 minutes and didn't ask about the guy that had the triple-double.
I thought he had some very poor moments in the first three quarters in terms of fundamentals and solid basketball. And it's a testament to him, his ability to lock in. And I thought in the fourth quarter he was a man. And I thought he dominated. And he's so good, but the dominating the fundamentals for him, the catches, the passes, the solid stuff, it's still spectacular. But when he does that, he's a load.
Mitch, there's that play at the end of the first half where it's a Chris block, a Keldon block, or a Devin block, a Victor block, and then it comes down to a Julian three. You just talk about the ball movement and playing defense.
Yeah, I think we want to play fast. We want to fly around on defense. We feel like we have a deep team, and so I think when you do, it's just again that added belief that you can play hard, you can do the extra thing and not have to save yourself and get back into the game. And we had some really good moments of that tonight.
Mitch, what you said about Vic, is that kind of the incredible part with him, is that you could find so many moments where he can be better and then look up and you see triple-double, you see big moments. Because I watching the game, you feel the same way. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? And then it almost catches you off guard that he's been dominant.
Yeah, it's his biggest strength, and at times that can be people's, not weakness, but the things that they have to grow into or learn from is he can do everything. And so when you have that many options on the menu, to think you're going to pick the right one every time is tough. And he's a young player that's learning how to use all these weapons that he has. And so I think there's, obviously tremendous belief and great support for him as he learns when and where to utilize all those weapons. And I think just constantly holding himself accountable as he does of the fundamental simple stuff is what will allow those things to pop off the page.
You talked before the game about your voice. Is his coachability continuing in the time you've had with him?
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
And just going into a cup game, a big game, riding the momentum of this one, how are you feeling about that?
Phoenix is a heck of a team. They're playing really well, obviously. I think kind of like Michael mentioned earlier, it's just another opportunity for these guys to be in a situation that, it will have some additional excitement, and it should be fun.
Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Mitch.